Hello beautiful people, how are you doing today? I hope you're good. In today's recipe we will be making noodles. This time is packed with lots of veggies and we'll be adding suya. First, let's prep our ingredients. Here I have the veggies. I'm cutting the spring onions, and I have the bell peppers. In this recipe I use the green, the red and the yellow bell peppers. Oh, how I love bell peppers. They add different and unique tastes to your culinary activities. It gives your meals an extra flavor. You'll be wondering, where did this come from? And I'll set them all aside. I have the carrots also. I'm prepping it now. What we're basically doing is prepping all our ingredients, so when it's time for the cooking proper, we will just be mixing and mixing. And I also have fresh peppers. I'm going to blend this because I want to add additional spice to this noodles. Then in my pot I'll add in water and bring it to a boil. And we are going to add the noodles inside the hot water. And we'll cover this and I'll cook it for about 3 minutes. Now it has come to a good boil and we are going to separate this. Separating it now will help the noodles to stand on its own. It will be one instead of gumming together. And I'll sieve out the water, and in a dry pan on heat I added in little cooking oil and I brought in onions and some spring onions. We're going to stir this for about a minute. This will release lots of sweet flavors into the oil. And I'm adding suya. Suya is roasted meat here in Nigeria, sold mostly at night by people from the northern part of Nigeria. It can also be called meat kebabs. So we are going to stir this in. And I added in the peppers for extra spice. And we'll stir all this in. We'll fry this for about 2 minutes. This will also intensify the flavors of the suya with the onions. Mix all this in together to combine properly. And I added in yaji. Yaji is a local spice sold alongside with the suya. It's made of peppers, granules and some other ingredients, and it adds a very unique taste to suya. And we are bringing it into the noodles to give us some nice good taste and aroma. And here I brought in the sieved noodles. I added in just a little water so that this wouldn't start burning from the onset. And I brought in the noodle seasoning and some green peas. Green peas came in earlier because it's harder to cook than other veggies. We'll stir all this together. One thing to note is that when you sieve out the noodles, be sure all your ingredients are already prepared so that it wouldn't take time. If you leave it for long, it will get cold and it will gum together and you wouldn't like it. And we'll mix all this in for the seasoning to combine properly into the noodles. And I'll bring in the veggies. Here I brought in the carrots, the spring onions, the bell peppers, and we'll mix all this together. I like my veggies crunchy, very crunchy. So we're not cooking this for long. I'll stir it in for about 30 seconds. And I'll cover this for another 30 seconds to a minute. And here we are, just mixing this in before taking it off from the heat. This doesn't take time to cook at all. You can prepare this. I hear that adults don't like noodles, but not this type. Noodles is not made for only children. You'll enjoy it if you make it like this. It's packed with lots of amazing nutrients from these veggies. Remember, at Glory Homemaker, we give you value for your time. And let's serve our noodles at this time. A special thank you to all my subscribers. You all make my day worthwhile. I really appreciate you. Thank you so much and God bless you. Please, if you've not yet subscribed to my channel, please subscribe and like my videos. That's where you get amazing content from me. There are many ways to cook noodles, but this seems to be one of my favorites. Thank you for watching and see you in my next video.